What is happening to the world? A very long perspective. Please bear with me, there is a pattern through history. Pause the video if you need more time to read and think. Soon after the time of Moses, the civilization of trade and communication around the Mediterranean, where the rudiments of written language were being developed, collapsed. Written language was largely lost. This is approximately 1200 before Common Era. The separate states surrounding the Mediterranean all experienced multiple crises, droughts and famines, earthquakes, but probably most critically had lost the ability to cope with such crises. They finally faced overwhelming invasions. But the Davidic and Solomonic empires of Israel slowly emerged and illuminated the Mediterranean toward the end of this period. At the time of Jesus, the Roman Empire had technologies which dazzled other peoples, yet corruption and disintegration gradually took hold. Roman civilization in the West collapsing over centuries in a succession of jolts. But Christianity grew up within the Roman Empire and gradually took over. The remnants of Jewish civilization were expelled from Palestine during the 1st century Common Era. Inset map is Christianity at 600 Common Era. When Muhammad declared his mission, 613 Common Era, Europe, though politically separate, was partially united by Roman Catholicism, which reached Britain at this time. Then Europe plunged into the Dark Ages. It was a time of social and economic decline, but the term Dark Ages also refers to the relative scarcity of literary and cultural output from this time. Europe eventually began to leave this bleak time through contact with the superior Muslim civilization. First, the returning knights from the Crusades brought new ideas from the East, circa 1000 to 1100 Common Era. Then new thought came from contact with Muslim traders in Italy. For example, Arabic numerals and algebra. Then the Muslim civilization in Spain dazzled Europeans. All this contact led to the Renaissance. In over 1,000 years, the Muslim civilization became very tired and corrupt. Then the Bab declared his mission in Shiraz, Iran. In 1844 he declared the unity of mankind and that he was the herald of the one who would have a greater revelation to develop a new civilization for the whole world. Baha'u'llah, the glory of God, declared his mission in 1863 and the Baha'i faith was established. Since these times the world has changed from sailing ships and horse and cart to a global village with modern transport and communications. Inset the Quran Gate, Shiraz, Iran in 1800s. But once again the crises have increased to a global scale as Western materialistic civilization collapses. Especially noteworthy are the First World War, the Great Depression and the Second World War, but there are many other signs over the decades. The world is far more interconnected now, yet people still cling to racism, extreme nationalism and materialism. The crises will keep on arriving until the world takes on the new reality. The United Nations is a preliminary attempt by mankind to address this situation. Picture to the right is the Shrine of the Bab, Haifa in Israel. The mountain is Mount Carmel. In the beginning of every revelation, adversities have prevailed, which later on have been turned into great prosperity. Baha'u'llah. Were men but to take heed, they would readily appreciate that whatever has streamed from and is set down by the pen of glory is even as the sun for the whole world, and that therein lie the welfare, security, and true interests of all men. Otherwise the earth will be tormented by a fresh calamity every day, and unprecedented commotions will break out. Baha'u'llah. The hour is approaching when the most great convulsion will have appeared. I swear by him who is the truth, it shall cause separation to afflict everyone, even those who circle around me. Baha'u'llah. Below is the shrine of Baha'u'llah in Baji, Israel. Painting to the right is entitled Trees of Religion.